One of the hardest things caregivers hear in the hospital is this: there may not be more treatment option. And in that moment, something inside you tightens because accepting the reality feels like betrayal. It feels like giving up. It feels like you're choosing less for someone you love. But what if acceptance is not surrender? What if acceptance is actually protection? In the last video, we talked about clarifying what matters most. Not what the hospital wants, not what the doctors prefer, not what fear is pushing you towards, but what truly matters to your loved one. Today, we're going to take that clarity and apply it. Because once you know what matters most, the next step is making sure the medical plan actually reflects that. My name is Judy. I'm a caregiver educator and a DNP-prepared hospice and palliative care nurse practitioner. I created Care Navigated because I saw how often families felt overwhelmed by medical decisions, even when they are doing everything they could to help someone they love. I'm also a caregiver myself after my mom had stroke and later required dialysis for end-stage kidney failure. I learned firsthand how confusing it can be when plans shift and no one explains what that means for real life. This video is for education and support only. It is not medical advice and does not replace conversation with your healthcare team, as they know your loved one best. In my work as a caregiver educator and a hospice and palliative care nurse practitioner, I've learned that families don't struggle because they don't care. They struggle because no one slows things down enough to explain what this decision really means for real life. The method I teach here is adapted from real clinical framework used in serious illness care. It helps caregiver understand what's happening, clarify what matters most, and match medical decisions to those values. So choices feels less confusing and more grounded in what matters. If you are in a moment where the doctors are telling you the situation is serious or worsening or limited, it's completely normal to feel resistant. You might feel angry, protective, defensive, suspicious, or even determined to fight harder because love fights. And caregivers often believe that staying hopeful means refusing to accept bad news. But here is the tension. If we refuse to look at what the body is showing us, we can accidentally cause more suffering. This video focuses on step 3 of the Care Navigated method: accept. Accept the medical reality without abandoning hope. Acceptance doesn't mean agreeing with the diagnosis, approving of what's happening, stopping treatment immediately, or withdrawing love. But acceptance means looking clearly at what the body is showing you, not what we wish it were doing, not what it used to do, and not what we hope it might do, but what it is doing now. Because decisions made from reality are steadier than decisions made from fear. I once worked with a family whose loved one had been in the ICU for weeks. Every complication was met with, "He's strong, he will bounce back," and he had before. But this time was different. His kidneys were failing, his heart was struggling, and he was requiring escalating care and support. The family believed accepting reality meant they were giving up on him. So they kept saying yes to every escalation: more machines, more medication, more procedures. Until one day, the daughter pulled me aside and said, "I don't think his body is coming back this time." That moment was not surrender. That moment was clarity. And from that clarity, they chose comfort. They stayed at his bedside. They spoke gently. They played his favorite music. They allowed his last hours to be peaceful instead of procedural. Acceptance did not erase their hope, it redirected it. If you are struggling with acceptance, here are 3 questions you can gently ask. What is the medical team seeing that makes them consider or worry? If the condition continues exactly as it is right now, what does that mean? Are we making decisions based on what was true 2 months ago or what is true today? This question does not remove hope. It stabilizes it. Acceptance is not giving up on your person. It is giving up on the illusion that your body is doing something it is not. You can still hope, but hope may need to shift. Hope can become comfort instead of cure, presence instead of procedure, peace instead of prolongation. Hope can become, I hope they are not in pain. I hope they feel love. I hope we make decisions we won't regret. That is not less hope. That is a refined hope. I created a free caregiver decision guide to help family organize their thoughts before these conversations with the healthcare team. It walks you through how to think about goals, questions to ask, and how to prepare for discussion with the healthcare team. You can download it using the link in the description below. I also created a more in-depth caregiver decision toolkit. The toolkit includes step-by-step decision framework, expanded conversation scripts, worksheet for hospitalization, medical decisions, and end-of-life care, and guidance for navigating complex family dynamics. It is not medical advice. It is a decision clarity grounded in real clinical experience. In the next video, I will teach you step 4, match, how to align medical care with what matters most. If this kind of guidance is helpful, I invite you to subscribe so we can keep building this clarity together. What has been the hardest reality for you to accept as a caregiver, and what makes it harder? You can comment below. I'd love to hear from you. You are not weak for struggling with acceptance. You are not wrong for wanting more time. And clarity does not mean you love less. It means you're brave enough to look at the truth and choose care from there.